I hate every fucking face. I want everyone to fucking die. I thought I was free from being institutionalized, but I'm going crazy without my nick, and now they want to box me back inside. The only thing I've been waiting for the last 18 days, the only thing I wish I could use. I need a device to take me off the floor and away from this abuse that has me zip-tied, keeps me from moving too much. I shake enough to where I can't sleep. They keep provoking me in their so-called harmless ways, cranking up the addiction. I would do better in street poverty than a trailer number you're making it helpless out of. My anxiety eating suppresses my comfort, but vaping takes the stress off subconsciously and more aesthetically is more long-term usage than fast food. Eating my feelings away is the same of the past, trying to avoid the unhealthy weight. I hit my face with a 5% kick, melting the room. I can finally repent. I'm really hopeless. I look at myself, what I don't recognize, incomprehensible reconsideration in requisition. Why do I make it easier to handle this loneliness in my position by making an inseparable propositions? People prefer unstableness, like cheaper than silence. Build up to cream. I was clean. Now the violence makes me dirty. I don't have a girl to marry. I feel like the black sheep. I lost the golden girl to my drive me the same way kids look at unicorns and Christians look to Jesus. Mine picks the city over justice. I continue to put my care in the hands of corruption. A solid person is all I know. Being a solemn blame felt with messages like a golem. Goddamn, didn't know it would cost me an asylum. Being empty-hearted, empty-minded with multiple needs, wants and goals. They want to remove all of that. They don't want me to be human anymore, but the next to that's a monster I'm trying to avoid being that, but they want to take every bit of my armor. They want me to be a nobody. Do you want me to be aimless and helpless cause I have disabilities? That's why they take me to these facilities. That's ableist. My environment triggers me. It took so much will to get out of a place where they put you back on your pills. I know they work on behavioral issues, but what you don't know is that crazy houses isn't meant to make you crazier, but they treat you even more like a psycho in a place where they're supposed to regulate you. I'm not used to being treated regular. I must be a psychotic wrangler. Have the same death as Jeffrey Dahmer. I don't want to be served. I want to be curved. I don't want to be carved. I want to be thorned. I want my sacrifices to mean something. I don't want blank checks to go unaccord. I want my line to go on forever. No life support. Unplug me from that wall. I'm haunting the halls. The voices in my head now in the outside world, tempting people's compulsions, tainted red in my convulsions. All I see is anger, no rest. I want to shut my eyes to black. I want still the air around me burn itself to the light again. White and black ashes, red and purple lashes, open whips on my back. Life hitting me so hard it cuts me open. I feeling like I can't open up, but it's forceful. People think I'm crazy when I try to be spatial from the spiritual, but this hell doesn't end until you do. Feeling like I'll miss everyone and everything that I thought was beauty until it clapped back in my face, blocking my faith. All I have is dirty rags. Those are my scrubs. My privacy is paper thin. I got authority breathing on my neck from some weed. Now I'm afraid of the green. They think that's the cause of my manic episodes. It's just because I was off my pills for 2 weeks. I'm fine with ganja. I have no problems. The one thing that was supposed to set me in control. The doctors think there are other reasons why I went into panic attack. It was never the comfort medication. It was just the mental direction prescription I was lacking from the pills. I was supposed to be taking marijuana and nicotine don't affect my imbalance. I can be on my counter bottles and be in my body no matter what I'm on, as long as it's not too serious or hard drugs. You think I'm wrong, but I only have a broad addiction. I'm bridled in affliction, a temporary fix of complexionable ticks from irrational stubborn-headed bricks. Mind set on one side to both sides. Humpty Dumpty fell lopside. Couldn't pick up my yolk. I could just scoop it with the fractured membrane. It was encasing all my intelligence. It's being scooped off the ground by my own broken eggshell. Walking on my thoughts, I drag fragments of my skull with my brain being souped and the rest carried along up each step of the way. I crawl, only recovered a handful of my mind, so stirred up not to trust the answers from an unsure source. Like a shook up answer 8 ball mixed with the magic crystal on Adderall, Xanax and meth. Soul so fucked up and torn apart you would never get a straight answer out of it. I'm so afraid, wondering if I'm sane. People are not the best representative for my advocate. On the outside I don't look okay, breaking down frequently. I need to be stable, but this rocking chair won't sit still. I've expanded my concentration to our focus comes undone. I'm no longer reading the scene, I'm staring into space that's for whatever reason existing in front of me. I don't know what's interesting. My entertainable is entirely resting. My attention span is broken now. My demons can't fully manifest and the angels don't know what's happening. It's not that I'm lazy, I'm just unprepared for what's coming. I don't know how to confront. All I do is mask. I'm afraid of the crowd cause I don't know what they're going to ask. I'm frozen and shook up cause of all my problems banging on my head. In the fabric I see the mess. There are many knots to unthread, driving me to a point of a tingling mess. Niggas think they experts on that, experts sedating me down with their escort staff. Act less like support and more of security. Extra measures for someone coherent, safe and sound. People look at me as if there was a scruff when there was no throwdown. I just get thrown down. I'm your only son. My influences manifest more half a figure my model is in my real dad, but still it feels like the substance is my only good friend. I have mood swings, I never really know how they will end. I scratch through the walls hoping everything isn't taken away from me again. When I'm giving an access point, I have to make the choice to keep my system cleared and tell him cleared out of the system that I fear. Fuck 998, I'm one up from that number. I'm not suicidal, I want to swindle the ideal situations into easier outcomes, dwindle the chances of deals with harsher consequences under the commands of their conflictions, affectionate and confessions, undesirable indications of immoral conclusions. They think I'm talking to myself and I have hereditary hallucinations. Sometimes I believe my inclinations are in doubtful reincarcerations. My credit cuts me, I have to pay for my understandings. Cards cut deep and explode like batteries. Laughing gas emits, I'm laughing to the floor, trying tear off my smile, plastered and bleeding as my jaws locked with that toothy grin still remaining. I slammed my head, nothing's funny. I hoot to a coot, I holler to a killer, jokes on you, cackling cue. Gotham's mind got a mind to turn you into my crazy Stu. Harley Quinn, arise out of the toxic goo nut vod. You came out of that bitch like pudding, now you're my Russian pootie, shaking tits while shooting bodies. I don't mind her any account, she can be on my squad, she can come and go, be my girl anytime she wants. We're both free, I'm a wild card, she a wild horse. She has a bigger sack on her chest than I have in between my two legs. I have a bigger brain, yet she could put sense together better than I could even spit tracks in a rhyme. A psychologist and a therapist, I can barely even understand my own psyche to get in other people's heads smarter than me. I wouldn't even know where to begin, but all I know is I stay in my own lane and I'm dangerous that way. I stick to my business and break any noses that nosy along my zone. They get close, curtains shut, and behind them I'm doing who knows. I don't need a view, I just take a few. I see it 3D off the molly and perk. I take red and blue, lost in a dark scene. 3 years down the line I see myself voting, so I'm going to push myself to no edge. I'm going to be bottomless like the hole I'm burning in my stomach, the hole I'm burning in my pocket. I gotta overflow and sip to the bottom of the cup like this purple got me shaking day in and day out, can't take it all the time. When I go overtime I run out, it all flies. When I'm leaving solos behind I like a party girl thick, I like the hard lean syrup spins, weed floats in the air with the high rotation, lose all sense of time with the realest distractions. Turn that wheel back on your trauma and ignore all those burdens. Do you want to crank up interruptions on your interception boundaries or ruin toxic people? Get what they get, curiosity kill the cat. Disrupting someone's flow in their random state of conscious convinces me people hate expressions when they assume over-exaggerated reactions. They think it's unnecessary excuses when they won't stop and listen to you for a second to get the layout on the background of your choices. They can't help it but thinking you're borderline batshit for being out of style in your own fashion, crashing out on mine. Rebounds. Do you want to band up and regroup against the chosen one? They could have just looked the other way and walked. What's so special about me is I have a big heart. Now avoid, I'm warning you, stay away before it swallows you and consumes your role, leave you in totally out of my ramblings, is out of my control. Pain in my trouble feelings leave me unhandled, off the wall, back to the same protocol they put me on, a drill back into the same mental hole. Give me LSDS and forget I'm there every time I'm at that day room. I feel like I'm in daycare. This is not a way of living, this is abandonment. I'm being schooled when there's not even a lesson to learn. How can I cope? How can I scope what this enduring formation turning me into an anormalized note, breaking my flexibility and enabling it, making me feel like an immobilized mope. I don't need a pad, but I need a mag, something to be seen. Sticky pages or sticky bullets, losing my breath, got to let the weight off my pelvis and chest, leaving these niggas dead and my dead kids. This book is going in my spank bank. Cover the DC comic and load up my AR15. Donald Trump, some nigga that is talking loud but not hearing correctly, perched on the roof like a sneaky vigilante. I got visual mistakes, I see the play out before I play it. I'm not a pussy, I just know what actions are available to optionize. I can't execute what is my demise unless I got dim eyes on the target I choose to crucify. If I know I'll get away, it's a do or die.